What do you say we start the day with a good old-fashioned barometer, the one I grew up with, reading of 30 inches, which is about 1,018 millibars or so. It's a lot of translation when you do meteorology. You got to know Greenwich Mean Time. You got to be able to translate millibars to inches, knots to miles per hour, because we always want to talk about what is wind, air moving from high to low pressure. When you're near the center of a high pressure system, there's not much air moving. T-Rex, you can behave, right? Off your leash. Look at the green grass. We haven't even had that much rain here. And yeah, I do have some irrigation, but not the entire yard. Love it when the water is glassy in the morning. You can see the reflection of the houses in Yarmouth across the pond. We're in Dennis. This is Fallon's Pond. And yeah, back in Bass River with some high, thin clouds. Comfortable morning. Lows in the 60s this morning. One day on, one day off. I muttered a couple of days ago, we might have a week without flash flooding. Oh, I hope Missy and T-Rex get along. Making a little video here about the weather. Rex is gonna time out. Missy and T-Rex, both 6, looking like they're happy together. That's nice. While we're standing here, this is old-fashioned wild cranberry. It does produce tiny berries. This has been here since I was born. It's amazing, it hasn't moved.
Like, I hate, because she's so tiny. People go, is your dog friendly? I said, let me tell you something. I've never had a vicious dog, but every dog I've ever had has been attacked by the dog.
Oh.
So people say that to me, I said,
yeah.
If you have to ask, maybe you have a problem with your dog.
Oh, that's a good point. I do have a problem, T-Rex. Oh, that was kind of interesting. Fun. Missy and T-Rex get along just fine. Back to the weather. High pressure is kind of centered right over us, so if your high is over you, you don't have a lot of wind, and that's the case this morning. But the high is moving offshore, and the barometer is going to be falling a little bit. Pressure builds to the south, air moving from high to low pressure, so the wind is from the south today. It's race day on Hingham Bay. Could be a little bit of a south-southeasterly component, but no thunderstorms in the forecast for one day in a row. That I mentioned before you, Auburn, Maine yesterday with its 4 to 5 inches of rain with those showers and thunderstorms. Squall line came right across Boston last evening. I-93 in Quincy had to be closed due to flooding, so that's behind us. So we get one day off today. Now the weather map is loaded, locked and loaded. More trouble, more flooding rains coming in tomorrow, but let's look first at the 500 millibar flow. You have the hot ridge in the west, you get some cold in eastern, northern Canada, and that ripping jet below it. And coming right over us tomorrow, it's a zipping short wave on the 500 millibar flow. So we're gonna have strong winds at 500 millibars, that's up around 20,000 feet. And also at the surface, the pressure gradient is going to tighten tomorrow. I'll show you that surface map for tomorrow. You see those 3 isobars very close together with a 1,000 low to the north and a 1022 high to the south. The wind is going to crank out of the south-southwest. Tomorrow is going to be a dangerous weather day because of the shear and the atmosphere. Wicked strong wind up high in the sky, really strong wind down near the ground. And it's going to be southwest underneath west. That's a torque, and tornadoes are possible in southern New England tomorrow. The heaviest rain is going to go along the low pressure system moves to the north, so it's going to be really flooding rain in northern New England. Isolated 4 inches, sure, why not, or more. And then also isolated will be the severe thunderstorms south of the front. In the warm sector in southern New England, we're near 90 degrees tomorrow. You get some sunshine, you're well into the 90s with the dew point in the 70s, so there's a heat advisory in effect for tomorrow. I hope the neighbors are entertained. There goes Kim. She's trying to pretend. Just in out the door weather and more. Scott's going to be in it too. Community service doing the path yesterday. So tomorrow is a dangerous weather day. And then Friday, we're just stuck in the heat. It's in between with the temperature back in the lower 90s. So it looks like a heat wave is possible for many areas. A little bit today, near 90. Dew point's only in the 60s today. That's nice. And then in the 90s, wherever the sun is out tomorrow and Friday. And then on Saturday, here comes the heat breaking front. But unfortunately, there's going to be low pressure coming along that front. And in northern and central New England, another round of severe storms and flooding, rain possible. Real strong wind up high in the sky. And in southern New England, south of the front, we're in the 90s one more day. I always say the day of the front is the warmest day because the hot sucks up against the cold front, wind from the south in southern New England, wind from the northwest in northern New England. That's convergence, and that means more heavy rain. And then finally, high pressure from Canada slowly builds in. Saturday night, Sunday, probably still left with some clouds here on the south coast and increasing sunshine north and much less humid air coming in Sunday night and Monday in the 50s. Even a second cold front Monday night. And with high pressure building in southeastern Canada, it could be chilly, almost record cold possible in parts of Quebec and Maine next Tuesday, Wednesday morning. So that looks like some really nice weather, but such a rough road to get there. I know this has been kind of a disjointed discussion. That's what happens when you're outside with your, anything can happen. Dogs come by, birds come by. I haven't seen any birds. Where's our daily egret? But we have Dad's old cod vane pointing towards the east a little bit. That's going to turn around and come from the southwest. Hold on to your hats. Wild ride. Yesterday was fascinating. Those big storms coming into Boston sent a roll cloud across Cape Cod Bay. I stopped at the hardware store, got myself a pool. Did you want to see the pool? You'll see it in the Enmore part. So really fascinating from TK's yard to Cape Cod Bay, ocean edge sunset, meeting new friends from Maine. You guys are the best. Talk to you later. They were sleeping in the bedroom. They heard me shaking down the food, and they both showed up for chow time. We'll see you in a couple days. Plenty of food, plenty of water, all good. 2 o'clock. Tuesday, what is it, the 25th or 6th of July, and it's 90 degrees in Weymouth. High sun, convection, tremendous Japanese knotweed, and a new toy fit into the car. T-Rex, Baloo, we're gonna do some splashing. Only 87, very little in the way of convection near Cape Cod. We might get it tonight or tomorrow. Trying to fill up the pool. The hose is a mind of its own. Blue, can you fit in this pool? You want to come into the pool? What do you think? Come here. Come here. Water. Fresh water. It's cool. Cool water. T-Rex doesn't like it either. T-Rex, you want to play in the water? Love the community service. This is so nice. Oh, who serves the community more than Scott Andrews and Kim and Tim? Thank you.
How are you?
Awesome.
Sorry, a little sweaty.
Beautiful. I heard it. I thought it was like a reflection of noise off of your yard, but nope. Look at that. Beautiful. Whose carrot is that? Hey, Baloo. Whose carrot? Is that your carrot? T-Rex wants the carrot too. Rex, you think you can get that from Baloo? I dare you. Go get it. Where's the ball? Where's that ball? Look at Rex. Get it, Rex. May recall last time we were here was for the June moon. That was called the strawberry moon, and now this is called the sturgeon moon. Very pretty. Best sunset place there is on the north side of Cape Cod. Well, one of the best.
Ooh, it's flowers. What smell them? Most flowers don't smell.
Ah, made it just before the sun went behind the clouds of the thunderstorms up near Boston. That's the storm front coming into Boston. We're in Brewster, so we're fine. But before the evening is over, we might see some lightning coming out of those clouds. Pretty much high tide right now in Cape Cod Bay. Again, must visit resort, Ocean Edge Beach Bar. You just said it looks like it's raining over there. And it totally is raining over there, like a downpour. One of the best seats in all of Cape Cod right now. Thunderstorm coming in. It's not gonna make it here. And then when the tide goes out, it's really shallow water for like a half mile. And somebody planted some flags in there. So cool. I reserve the right to add additional videos because it gets more and more interesting by the second. Look at that column of a cloud that stretches from about Buzzards Bay past the National Seashore, with an amazing amount of rain coming out near the Cape Cod Canal, but well ahead of the main rain area way back up in Worcester County. Just fascinating. Here's the radar right now, which is about 7 o'clock. Okay, one more thing from my very knowledgeable fan base down by the beach on the north side of Cape Cod. I should know the answer. Are these beach plums? Can we eat them? What a great evening. It's very comfortable down here, watching the weather from a distance. The moon is right behind that cirrus cloud and a cumulus cloud below it. Full moon on Monday. What's your name? Where are you from?
Kyle from Portland, Maine. That's a porn cloud.
What kind of cloud is that?
That's a goddamn porn cloud.
What's that mean?
Well, it means it looks sexy. It's floating there. It's got some depth to it. A little oomph. And it can explode on you at any time.
It's a porn cloud.
It literally can explode on you at any time, and that's a porn cloud.
Disclaimer, this is not Tim Kelly telling people what to say.
Are we gonna be on
These
the
are
news?
random people
YouTube.
I just met down here at the Brewster Ocean Edge beach bar.
Yeah, but you would agree it might be a porn cloud. You know, it's heavy, it's sexy, it can drop you ahead.
I like your description. Thank you. Can we introduce ourselves down the line? Hi, my name is Tim Kelly.
I'm Kyle.
Erica. Jenna Tucker.
Rich.
You guys come here often?
Always.
First time.
Only when you're here.
We're local.
We're local.
Came to see the clouds.
I'm from Portland, Maine.
They're from me.
Awesome.
What should I do? What's my future?
Barstool Sports.
Barstool.
Barstool Sports.
Who's your weatherman when you were a little kid?
Tim Kelly,
Where'd you grow up?
the man right here at Yarmouthport.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
And look in the sky right now, there just happens to be a random T.
T. It's
T
saying
for
something,
trouble.
Tim. It's saying something.
The good times.
Remind me of your name?
I just showed her a picture from New York City.
Remind me your name?
Kevin.
Kevin, good to see you again.
Yeah.
What's your name? Nice to see you again. Look at the sun coming up below the clouds. This is so pretty. Weather follows me, Dennis. Thank you for telling me that. And this column of air coming in, now we get a westerly breeze. This is the cloud well ahead of the storms over Worcester. So updraft here, downdraft there. The wind is picking up. Fascinating. Thanks for watching. Talk to you tomorrow. All right, it's about 8 o'clock. We're out. What a great downdraft on the backside of this prefrontal trough cloud. Feels so nice right now. Just can't believe the dynamics of the weather today in Cape Cod Bay. And really fun people I've met tonight. My last little bit of juice with the phone tonight. Love the waves. I love how they pruned their privet with the waves. And I think I just felt one raindrop. Just so pretty and so fun. 2 raindrops. I just felt another raindrop.
I know.
You felt a raindrop?
I did.
So it's legit.
It's legit.
We're not the only people. Like, I'm not the only one, and you're not the only one.
Raindrops.
It's nice to have confirmation. 2 raindrops out of almost a totally blue sky.
I mean, look at these clouds.
It is so fun. Weather never disappoints.
Oh gosh. Can't do anything about it. Right? It is what it is.
It is what it is. I love that. So all of a sudden everyone's scrambling because out of this blue sky on the backside of that big cloud, there's a bunch of raindrops right now. Fascinating. No, seriously, look, that's the sky. So where are the raindrops coming from? Did they come out of that cloud a few minutes ago? and are just landing here now. Either way, hopefully we get one of their seats. Absolutely fascinating. Look at that thing. Is it raining? It's gonna last like 2 seconds. Sorry it's so long, but the weather's just been fascinating. You can't even see it coming out of the cloud. But it's legit. It actually rained.